I mean, she was everything I wanted. Everything I needed.
What's her name?
Martha.
Martha.
What is going on, gang? It's your boy Taco. We are back with some more Baby Reindeer. This should be episode 4 if you're watching with us. If you haven't watched the series and you're somebody who's just strolling along my channel, huge trigger warnings for this show. It dives into a lot of topics that I might need to blurt the words out on YouTube. SA, a lot of different things. So, tread carefully if you're just somebody who just supports me and wants to watch this. This might not be the show to watch. Last episode, we saw Martha. We saw Donnie put his foot down with Martha and try to draw some hard boundaries with her. And now we're getting into the part where she's just disregarding those boundaries that he set. And she's outwardly showing her aggression and her a little bit of her mental illness going on to anybody, to the crowd, to Terry, to even acts of violence towards Terry, and truly having an altercation with Terry. So I'm very curious to see where the show is going to go now that we have Donnie in a situation where it's not that he's just kind of, force feeding the situation along and playing along with Martha. He's tried to shut it down, and it's escalated. So where do we go from here now is my question. Does Kelly, does her mom in that situation get involved? Does Martha start coming in his house and things like that? So episode 3 was probably one of my favorite episodes of television that I've watched in who knows how long. This show is really starting to set a higher bar and standard for itself going forward, and I'm just hoping, I'm not judging the show, but I'm just intrigued to see if we're going to keep that same momentum that we've had going on, because I don't know how we top what happened in that episode. So let's just see if we keep that same momentum going. I'm excited. I love you guys. Let's get into it. Okay, so this is the big trigger warning episode. So it's gonna get dark.
It had taken me 6 months to report Martha.
And this is where the first episode started.
I would like to report something.
What would you like to report?
I should have mentioned the grope on the canal, but I didn't.
I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm getting stalked.
Why?
A woman.
I should have mentioned her name, the articles, her previous crimes, but I just didn't.
Why?
And when the policeman asked,
Why'd it take you so long to report it?
it all just came flooding back. About 5 years earlier, I went to the Edinburgh Festival.
Okay.
I just needed the kind of freedom in life, which only comes through dreaming big and stopping at nothing to get there.
I love that. It's relatable.
So as I arrived at my venue on the outskirts of town, it felt like everything to me. Can you let me know where to go for the comedy?
Performer or punter?
Performer?
Door over there.
Thank you. What, this is my stage here, in with the main bar?
That's right.
Did the television stay on?
We mute.
And the punters?
You can ask them to leave if you'd like.
Oh, no, I can do that. They're here 12 months a year. I'm only here 1. Can you ask them to leave?
No.
Do they even want to see comedy?
There's only one way to find out.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the comedy. Right, one person. Here goes.
Well, at least he's trying. Oh, he's really performative. She said,
Hey! And yes, let me hear ya. Woo!
he's feeling it. You dead?
So my mom died today.
Really? Nothing? It's funny opening a show like that when my mum has just died, no? Antithesis?
Yo.
The shows were just awful. Most days I had to cancel due to nobody turning up. This one time I had to end the show early when I was caught in the crosshairs of a stag do.
No, please! I need that for the rest of the month.
Some days I stood not handing out any flyers in the hope nobody would come.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got circumcised the other day. Just had to find a pair of scissors big enough. Do you know what I mean? Yeah?
I'm sorry, that's funny. That's funny.
I questioned if I packed up and went home whether anyone would notice, whether anyone would care.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the show.
Your dreams are your dreams.
I'm going to be standing by the door with a bucket for your donations. Just give what you think the show is worth. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Better than yesterday, I suppose.
What was yesterday?
A button and a condom.
Yeah, I've got something for you. Fell out of someone's wallet last night. It's yours if you want it. I know how much you artists love to schmooze.
Look, I'm doing this show up at the Hoppy Bar. Come down and see it if you can.
Lolon Cancer.
Yeah, it's a great title, isn't it?
We'll try.
So you guys seen anything decent?
See you later.
Yep.
wankers, aren't they?
Terrible first impression on my part, though.
Shocking. They'll never work in the industry again.
Chance would be a fine thing. See that guy over there? He wrote Cottonmouth. Have you seen it?
Bits and bobs, not my thing.
Oh no, I feel like I know where this is going.
Illegal for people to be that young and that successful.
Want to slip poison in his drink?
Wow, that's dark. But yes. Anyway, the actors made that show, if you ask me.
I feel like I know where we're going with this.
What'd you do?
I'm a comedian when they laugh, a performance artist when they don't.
How were they tonight?
They came for the art. I'm Donnie, by the way.
Is that the direction we're going? He's gonna be trying to do anything to kind of get his career off the ground, and maybe this guy promises him something. I'm on a ledge. Maybe I shouldn't theorize for this show, but if that's where we're going, ooh-wee.
Darian O'Connor.
As in,
Cottonmouth.
what? But then who's?
My writing assistant. Former writing assistant. Now I know he's stealing my job.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. All that actor stuff, that was merely banter. I knew who you were. The writing was the best bit about that show.
Don't worry.
Oh, I mean, you just said you didn't like it.
I don't.
I mean, why would you do a show that you don't like?
I'm a televisual prostitute. I'll take whatever anyone gives me.
Well, how about a failing comedian?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage.
We'll probably cut that bit.
Donnie Dunray! So my mum died today. I guess this is what she would have wanted. Me to die with her.
Oh, wow, great. Thank you. Oh, cool. Thanks for coming. Appreciate that. Jesus, a 20.
Well, I didn't get a goodbye last night, so I thought I'd come get it now.
Oh, right. Well, goodbye. No, wait, I'm joking. Sorry.
You're strange.
Am I?
Don't worry. I don't mind a bit of strange. Let's meet and talk. Might have a few pointers how to take this show to the next level.
No, no, no. Sorry.
Darian became involved in the show for the next few weeks,
Shoulders back.
giving me advice on bits that weren't working. And the shows just flourished.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage.
Oh, for real? Really?
Then every night I would go out with Darian and live life like a celebrity in the main private members bar in town, drinking cocktails until the early hours, talking endlessly about the show.
At this point, believing he's found his mentor, everything is on the uptick, his dream that he's loved so much, somebody that did some show that he really liked is believing in him and giving him pointers, and he's seeing the payoff happen. So at this point, you're almost probably going to do anything this man says.
And as we sat in that private members bar and put the world to rights, I felt like I was gliding on the winds of change.
See?
Man was dangling some keys to a secret club, and all I needed to do was take his hand and let him guide me.
What are we doing in here? They patrol the toilets.
Yeah, see, he still has that addiction that he's gotten from him.
You ready?
I'm ready for anything, yeah.
Ready for anything. Teacher playing. A song called Teacher. Getting you to do anything he wants you to do.
Darian went back to London early and I didn't hear from him for the rest of the festival. Maybe he was taking a break or on holiday somewhere, but it felt strange. And as the flyers got binned and the posters came down, the televisions came back on and the football started to play, I questioned whether it was some crazy dream, whether it even happened at all.
Oh, I guess he didn't take advantage of him. Sorry for that.
In the months that followed, I went to acting school in Oxford, but following everything,
That's where he met her.
going back to a life of learning seemed like a misstep. Or mimicking animals. I missed Darian. I missed the confidence he gave me. I felt like a nobody again.
Coming?
This is what acting class is like? Oh, it's Darian. Oh, he picking that up.
I'm sorry, I got to.
Because he's 1 foot in, 1 foot out, you know? I get you, brother, I get you.
Are you serious? You want me to write with you? I mean, yes, mate. 1,000 yeses.
What are you playing at? She's f***ing raging in there.
Look, I've got to go, but yes, 100%.
I love the way this show... A Baby Reindeer might be one of my favorite shows. It might really be.
Donnie Brasco.
Sinead O'Connor?
60 pages.
Yeah, didn't take long.
Why don't you give me the gist? Be a good lesson in pitching.
Okay, well, it's about this guy called Nigel, a high-flying lawyer who decides at the age of 50 to try his hand at professional wrestling.
It's like kind of relatable because that's how he feels about himself, even though he's not old, right, already, but you know, you get the itch for your true passion, your love, and you want to go and do that. So that's kind of what he wrote. It sounds like.
Well, so he has this choice to make. Live his life as a lawyer or Hangman Harry, the mud-stomping, beer-swilling, barroom brawler from Austin, Texas.
Texas, baby.
Needs more work.
Oh, but you haven't read it.
Oh, I'll read it when you sell it to me. Do you want to get high?
Yeah, sure.
He knows you'll do anything. You know he's got you. Yeah. Yeah, he's not taking you serious, brother.
My home's a sacred space. Takes someone very special to be allowed in. Do you want to get really high?
Yeah.
No, like really high.
That's funny, though.
What was their secret, by the way?
What do you mean?
Like, what did they all do to get where they are today?
Listen to me. They threw themselves into everything I asked of them.
Yeah, he's basically saying they let me groom them.
That's awesome.
Yeah, come sit next to me.
Basically, he likes to puppet people.
This is a bomb of MDMA, and this is GHB. It's a relaxant. That relaxes you.
You finna be up. He finna take a lot of advantage of you. Yeah, he's high as.
And on that couch, Darian spoke about my talents in the same vein as all my comedy heroes growing up.
You've got a big future ahead of you. A very big future.
And with every sentence he said and every drug I took, I started to believe it, smell it, taste it even, that my dreams were quantifiable.
You don't mind, do you?
No.
Stripper.
Oh, God. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Stop!
Will almond milk do?
I would love to pretend that's as far as it went.
Hey, mate, how's it going? Yeah.
Donnie.
The channel have Hangman Harry. They love it. Yeah, that's incredible. Oh, you want me to? Yeah, no, that makes sense. No, sure, yeah, I'll come.
I mean, that's huge.
Yeah, wow, that's great.
You know, you got this freak saying he can help you, and then there's some proof that he is able to help, but at what cost? You know, you have to. You're having to sell your body to get these things, and you know it's probably unclear to you in the moment because you want your dream so much, and you see these things happen that you're willing to play. Maybe not even willing, but you're almost like you're turning off parts of your mind to what's happening to your body. They had a segment like that in the Surviving R. Kelly cases, where these young girls wanted to sing and perform so much, and there's R. Kelly right here, who's all these awards and things that R. Kelly has, and how he's going double platinum and all this. So they get around him, and they're young, impressionable teenage girls. Complete trigger warning for anybody. You know, they're doing sexual things with him, and he's grooming them in ways, and it's just sick.
Darian took me through everything the channel had said, and I beamed from ear to ear as he spoke of series commissions, that by the time he cracked out the drugs, I said yes without hesitation.
So he's winding you up for this again.
Thank you so much. If there's anything I can do, keep dreaming.
After I'd moved to London with Keeley, I started taking drugs at Darian's house almost every weekend. I'd fully drunk the Kool-Aid of his promises, or believing that success was right around the corner, that I would have my own show by 30, a millionaire around the same time. All stuff he said to me before he spoon-fed me the latest chemical. And meth.
And meth!
I passed out many times in his company. I would often wait to find him lying next to me, his hands and mouth in various places as he searched around my body. Then I would stumble to the bathroom and find his putrid spit congealed around my area. Then every Monday he was back to his cold, callous self, giving me brutal script notes and making me do overnight rewrites on a come-down for no money, while I coughed up my latest throat infection. And still I went back.
What? You're not spending my birthday with me?
No, I'm going around Darian's. I told you this. You go away with your friends. I can't afford it.
So instead you're going to an old writer's house to take drugs?
Oh, my God. I know it doesn't make sense to you, right? But he's helped me with my career, yeah?
You do everything for him for free?
I don't have time for this conversation.
Drugs are in his mind.
That night, Darian presented me with acid.
I'll take half of one. You take 1.5. I'll act as your guide so you feel safe.
I'll take half when you take 1.5. Boy, you better geek the out. You're finna be off. Bro, you finna be seeing blue Garfields and boy.
The trick is to let the music take you where it wants to.
Boy, you finna be high as a kite. You ain't even finna be on Earth.
I sometimes think back to this image. Me, mid-20s, sitting high as a kite, watching this 55-year-old man dancing this odd Amazonian jig in front of me, when somebody asked me the question, how did he get into comedy?
So I'm a phoenix right now. Is that what you're seeing?
Suddenly, seemingly from nowhere, this clear, strong thought entered my head. He's trying to control your mind.
What's wrong?
This man is bad. This situation is bad. Get out, now.
He's on a bad trip.
I can't see. All I can see is white.
It's my subconscious that I've been repressing this.
Yeah, he's high as a kite. He has skin crawling and hell yeah.
Turn the music off.
It's off.
It's off. LSD gonna be high. Actually, you gonna be high for a little bit too, brother.
No, try to keep it in.
That was strong!
Yeah, he getting this thing high as Donnie. Get out of there, Donnie, when you can. He finna be.
How'd you find it? You should shower. Wash some warm water will do you good. Come here.
He's just turned you. He's just been turning you out. You gotta get out of that, Donnie.
I would love to say I left, that I stormed out and never went back, but I stayed for days afterwards. In fact, come Monday, I got an eye infection and lay on his floor as he bathed it in salt water. On Tuesday, I fed his cat while he took phone calls. On Wednesday, I finally went home.
She's beautiful.
Hey, what's wrong?
Oh, nothing. I just feel bad for how we left things, you know?
Yeah, and you probably can't talk to her about it.
What bothered me most was the not knowing. What happened all those moments I passed out?
You okay?
Yeah.
Mm.
Did he ever believe in me, or was this whole thing some pre-planned manipulation? Was he sober the entire time? And what was he getting from it?
Yeah, and he's doing a good job of going over the things, so I feel like I don't even need to. But yeah, like that's what you got to be thinking. Was he even high? Was he not? Was he just trying to corrupt me? Did he ever believe in me? And now I'm sitting here with my girlfriend. She's touching me, and I'm traumatized by that experience. I don't even know from that experience. Am I even truly? It's almost like is I even interested in this? Like he can't even think about other things. Like the act of sex seems like it's not even someone kissing his neck and stuff like that. Doesn't seem like it even. You know, it's too. All those things that happen with that man are too fresh on his mind there. Man, I mean.
Do you want to watch something instead? I'm not feeling it.
No, shut up.
I'm sorry. It's just not happening today.
It didn't happen yesterday either.
Yeah, well, maybe I just need to take a break from it all then, okay?
What, a break from sex or from me?
I'm with you, brother. This is a episode.
After Keeley moved out, I fell to pieces. Now, all that was left to do was stare at the memory of what happened. I started to feel this overwhelming sexual confusion crashing through my body. I thought it might pass. I could never tell whether these feelings were because of him or whether they always existed deep down. Like, did it all happen because I was giving off some vibe I wasn't aware of? Or did what happened make me this way?
And that's another thing that's skip forward.
I would dream of killing him, chopping his off or his tongue out, whichever had done me the most damage. So after months of hate and anger and confusion, I was left with no choice.
Yeah.
I quickly, in such a way that there was no denying my desires were shifting. Every day the laptop called me to it. I felt confused. I felt like I was going through puberty all over again. I started having reckless sex with people of all genders in this desperate pursuit of the truth.
I know too many people have been in these type of situations, dude. And what's up? I don't know what all I can say. I want to break this down. I promise I want to break this down. But I don't know. Because I don't want to feel like I've had these conversations with people about different things like that. And it's even in past relationships, if you're with somebody who's been through this type of stuff, you have to handle people with a lot of care because there's certain things that they might have been exposed to or things that's happened to them that they may think they want you to do something to them that's a little more kinky-ish, but it might just be because it's a trauma response or something that they've been through, and you don't want to be doing that to people or putting them in a situation where they feel like they want you to fast forward if you need to, you know. There's a lot, man. This show is heavy as I want to break this down, but this is actually it's hard to dive into it. I just have to give the show kudos for touching on this stuff. I want to go there with y'all, but I don't know. I don't know how many layers I can pull back and be able to listen to myself say back and not feel like I might need to delete it out of the reaction, because I don't know. I'm more concerned about y'all. I don't know if y'all want that type of realness, that type of just in-depth conversation. Like, do we want that? I don't know. The dude that wrote this and is going through this, they're really putting their heart out there, because I tell you, there's thousands, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people who are going to watch this or have watched this and feel this to their. So if I'll say this, if you are somebody that feels this way or has went through something similar to that, I see you and my heart goes out to you, and I love you. Even if I don't know you, I love you. I don't know how I can. I don't know how to. The show's putting me in a spot. Man.
It's happened a ton of times now, so what does it matter? But it mattered. It mattered because this is what he wanted. This is what he saw in me all along. Then a feeling so bitter I could almost catch it in my throat, that he'd been vindicated somehow. Dates and relationships by the dozen. All of which started off in the gutter of what happened. I wasn't interested in love. I had no capacity for it anymore. I just wanted these people to provide answers.
You know when you're in Mallorca and they come round and they ask you if you want to do aqua aerobics?
I'm just gonna nip to the bathroom, all right? I'll be right back, yeah?
As I spurned and alienated every single one of them.
They've gone back to shooting film now. I think I'm just going to stick to digital.
Until I met.
Now I spend my time.
You're cuter in person than you are online.
I mean, she was everything I wanted. Everything I needed. Smart, funny, confident, strong.
Come back with me tonight.
But with every handhold or lingering stare came a crushing sense of anger and shame, that I was falling in love with her, that I couldn't hide in anonymity anymore, and perhaps most bitter of all, that I might not feel this way if he hadn't done what he did. But when Martha turned up, all that confusion faded, as she reached seemingly without effort into the darkest pockets of my insecurity and turned them to light.
Should be illegal to have your bone structure too, you know. They should tax you for it.
Martha saw me the way I wanted to be seen. So when it came to the point of going to the police, I just couldn't stand the irony of reporting her, but not him.
Show's so good, I can't even break that down. It don't even need to be broke down. He said everything he needed to say. As far as YouTube goes, this reaction ain't gonna be worth shit because I ain't talking, but Patreon, I can just sit here and just watch this episode, man. I don't. What am I? There's nothing to add. There's nothing to add. There's nothing to add. This show is amazing, dude. This story is amazing.
There was always a sense that she was ill, that she couldn't help it, whereas he was a pernicious, manipulative groomer. To admit to her was to admit to him, and I hadn't admitted him to anyone yet. So when the policeman asked,
"Why'd it take you so long to report it?"
I don't know.
Go home. Look through her emails, and when you find something of significance, come back. Until then, unless we see some proper evidence, there's nothing we can do.
The structuring.
And with that, I was back to square one.
The sequencing of what's happening is very smooth too. Like, we get this moment after what happened in episode 1. Then, you start to form your opinions about Donnie. There's some darkness there and some things that have happened. But after this episode, you kind of almost look at everything. Not so much as different, but you just have more information about the actual trauma and stuff that he's went through himself to make him susceptible to not reporting, not telling her this. It makes a lot of sense. So it takes some of that edge off of how hard I want to come down on him for not doing some of the things into being more of understanding how it's the perfect storm of what would create this type of scenario for an individual. Other than that, I don't think there's really anything else to add to this episode. This is a heavy episode. It takes a lot out of you. I almost feel like I should watch something else right now, just in between, because that's heavy. That was heavy. But I'm gonna watch one more episode. I don't know. My mood is really not great after that. The episode is effective. I think this is the feeling the episode wants you to have after you watch it. It has something to say. It's not just watch and laugh and giggle. It's try and get a message across and let you know there are people out there going through like this and struggling with their emotions and their sexuality and things like that. And it's very relatable for a lot of people. And it doesn't even just have to be sexuality in the sense of do I like men or women. It can just be something traumatic that's happened to you, and it may have awakened some emotions in you that you may not have even known were there or thought were there or ever even known about. So can you even truly believe what you like or what you like is because you like it, or did somebody awaken something in you that wasn't supposed to be there? And do you blame that person? Do you hate that person? What do you do with that anger and that rage? Where do you put it? You know, so this episode had a lot to say, and I love it. 3 and 4 have been. I wasn't even a word. Did you hear that? I said 3 and 4 have been. Like it's next level. It's next level. This is next level. I don't know. I'm done with this episode. I'm done because y'all know how I get. When I get excited or something, the words stop happening in my brain. It's too much information at once. I'm done. I'm done with this episode. Thank you for watching, and I might watch another one right now. My mood is not the best after episode 4 of Baby Reindeer. I mean, the episode was effective. It hit me every way it was supposed to. I don't want to be long-winded. I want to get straight into this episode. Donnie, the character of Donnie, which I think someone told me this is the actual dude that went through that. So what an amazing, like, the ability to tell your story and tell it. It's remarkable. Let's get into this though.
Martha was barred for an incident shortly after the attack on Terry.
The nerve you showed me the other night, rubbing that in my face.
All right, that's enough, Martha.
You've made an enemy of me, Reindeer. Your mouth's gonna get you in trouble, boy.
For a moment, I thought that might be the end of it, but she just multiplied across all other areas of my life.
Hey, you should see the woman he's dated. Pig ugly. If he stooped any lower, he'd be a hunchback.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
He's a hunchback.
It was killing me. All of it. A free pass to the comedy final on account of Martha ruining the gig.
Wow.
I thought about quitting the bar, or moving house, or pausing the comedy for a while. But I just didn't want to give her the satisfaction of taking any more than she had. So all that was left to do was lie and wait, questioning what else she might be capable of.
Don't think outside, baby. Oh, gosh. Damn, Martha. You gotta really go to the police, brother. And actually tell them. I know you've been through some shit, but tell them what's going on.
What's going on?
Someone just attacked me.
What?
I thought it was acid. I thought I was going to go blind.
Jesus, I mean, what was it?
I don't know. It was like a fizzy drink. It's like Coke, I think.
Coke? Diet Coke?
I wasn't paying attention to the sugar content, Donnie. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, of course.
It was that woman from the cooking group. I saw her running down the street when I came to the window.
She said that's for Donnie before she threw it in my face.
She's this woman. She's been stalking me.
She's been stalking you. Wait, is this that Martha woman who's been harassing me on Facebook?
Oh my God, she's been in my home. How long's it been going on for?
I don't know, like 6 months.
Wait, 6 months?
Have you been to the police?
Yeah, I have, but they...
No, you.
You might if you tell them what just happened to me.
What, that someone threw a Coke in your face?
Donnie!
I can't believe you.
No, that wasn't what I meant. I just meant, oh my God, I'm just saying, like, if they don't take this woman sending me hundreds of emails a day seriously, then they're not going to give much of a about a soft drink, are they?
You need to tell the rest of the story. You gotta
I
go.
really hate to do this to you, Donnie. I think you better move out.
Yeah. Go to the police or do something. Somebody has to do something serious for you to understand, huh? It's gotta happen because you're not taking this serious enough. You want to tell all these half-truths.
One of their dads owned the flat, so it was just about affordable for me. I expected the absolute worst, but as the door opened onto my new place, all my dread and frustration at the whole situation just vanished. It was perfect. A fresh start.
How's the comedy going?
Yeah, not bad. Got to the final of a new act competition recently.
New act? You're doing this for like 5 years now, surely?
How about you? What are you up to?
I'm taking a gap year.
In London? You like working? Like saving up or something?
Fighting my way in, enjoying my freedom. Oh, we steal Wi-Fi from the cafe downstairs and it's fast as so we save there too.
This is insane. What's the catch?
Yeah.
Cultural psychoactive destiny, man.
Psychedelics, bro. They give you an insight, a clarity like nothing you've ever seen before.
Oh, yeah.
Hiding away in my bedroom while the heat rose through the floor and the walls pounded with the music known to man. With how much I hated Martha.
Hello? What's going on?
Oh, they're watching him.
Come on, soul. Oh, for sake, look, just get that off.
No point, we've watched them all several times.
Honestly, we laughed at it for about 2 seconds.
Sorry.
That's Diggsy, he's new.
Well, make yourself at home, Diggsy, why don't you?
Hey, whoa, don't take it out on Diggsy. It was Martha that told us. Honestly, I almost done barter there and then. Yeah?
I started spending more and more time around Terry's place. I thought the incident with Martha would be the end of us, but instead it bound us tighter than ever before.
Really?
Terry's experience allowing her to better understand mine.
Did you tell them you have a big fancy comedy final coming up?
No, I don't think the prospect of becoming the laughing duck in your end of the year would have done me many favors in a conversation like that.
Well, they'll be laughing on the other side of their face when you take home the crown.
What's that?
Too much chili?
Too much? Christ, Terry, they're gonna feed me this in hell. I feel like I can see into the next life.
We flourished into the couple we should have always been. And in a strange sense, I'd gotten everything I'd ever wanted. A closed-door relationship, as I tried very hard not to feel grateful towards Martha in some up way.
First, figure out you're open to dating trans women.
I think I asked God one day if he could make my life more complicated.
How do you identify sexually? If there was a gun to your head.
Oh, please, pull the trigger.
I wonder if he can tell her everything he's been through.
Bi, maybe.
And what makes you bi?
Because I feel like a fraud no matter who I sleep with.
What's it gonna take to give you some confidence? Huh? Confidence is dancing like no one's watching you?
Just seems quite nice.
Well, it's easy. See? Piece of cake. My mom definitely wanted a girl. Don't be shy.
No, not a chance in hell.
Just try.
Nope.
So, you feel like a fraud with me?
We haven't put it to the test yet.
There you go, Donnie. Is he okay?
What's going on?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm not ready. Sorry, my body it's just not letting me.
Hey, don't worry.
And this is what I mean about the sequencing of the show that I mentioned in the last episode. Because we've gotten the whole backstory of what happened to him now, like this, hits harder isn't the right word, but it just makes a lot more sense. Like it all ties in really well of why he would have this, hesitancy.
It happens all the time.
Does it?
Yeah, I've heard.
Shut up.
Would you like a tea or something?
I wish he could open up to Terry. I feel like that would be good for him.
It was strange. After all the awful things that'd been done to my body, I just couldn't lose myself in intimacy anymore. Like now there were feelings involved. It all just felt too much. The touch, the love, the confirmation.
Sorry, it's just not happening.
Over the next fortnight, after repeated failed attempts, I started noticing a change in Terry. Days spent predominantly in bed, skulking around the house in yesterday's clothes, blurring the line between night and day without her usual spark.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Then I would wake in the night to find her shrinking inside of herself, her wings clipped.
Is everything okay?
Stop asking that.
Well, maybe if you explain.
You gotta explain too.
Look at my hair, Donnie. It's growing back in weird clumps.
I think it looks great.
It looks horrible, and you know it. Beetlejuice. Now you're laughing.
What? That was funny.
Terry, if this has anything to do with all this awkward sex stuff.
No, it's the way you make me feel during the sex stuff. Like your body's manifesting all the awful things she said to me that night.
Tell her.
I just feel so stressed.
But what are you even doing to fix the situation, Donnie? We've been stuck inside for God knows how long now, waiting for you to figure it out.
Well, I've been to the police, but they were useless.
You didn't say the truth.
Did you mention what happened to me?
No.
Of course I did.
Oh, you're lying still.
It's because you didn't say.
That's not true.
You stopped me calling them the night she attacked me. You stopped everyone calling. I mean, you couldn't have whisked me out of that pub any faster.
I was trying to get you to safety.
Yeah, sure you were. The safety inside your own head.
Let him know about himself, Terry. Let him know about himself.
She said I look like a man, Donnie. Do you know what that's like for me?
No, I don't. But for what it's worth, you don't look like a man at all.
Pretty rich. Coming from someone who's always treated me like one.
I should have gone there and then. I should have grabbed Terry's hand and brought her to the police station with me. But still, my shame won out.
Went out.
I just had to find a different way.
Donnie!
We can't charge someone for masturbating.
It's not about the masturbating. Read the email.
You shouldn't be allowed to send someone something like that.
If anything, her email implies that she's going to stay away from you.
Oh my God, I really think you're missing the point here.
You're not giving the good ones.
To arrest someone on the basis of an email, we need a credible threat or something sexually aggressive towards you.
If I was a young woman and a 40-year-old man kept emailing stuff about wanking, would that be a credible threat to you?
With male to female gender stalking, the threat of a man is physical. He carries a lot more weight.
Nobody carries weight against a knife, do they?
Again, if I can see any evidence that would suggest that violence...
Oh, Jesus Christ! She's ruining my life here.
Then be honest.
Martha Scott, there'll be something there, I'm telling you.
You gotta tell them all the stuff that you know. This is not how you even go about this, Donnie.
Right. No, yeah, I believe I found her.
Why don't I get you your, Actually, why don't you just come through to the back? So I better get my supervisor just to look through this.
Sorry, is there someone coming?
Yeah, what the are we doing?
Oh, just now, in fact.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I'm Detective Joanne Culver. Martha Scott. I can't say too much here, but all you need to know is she is a very serious woman. So serious that she once stalked a policeman. My colleague tells me she's not in possession of your phone number. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Good. Let's make sure we keep it that way, shall we?
Yeah.
Now, ideally, you would draw up a timeline for us, or we will talk to her. Warn her regarding any future conduct.
Great. Then what?
You'll be surprised by how much the presence of the police can change things, Mr. Dunn.
But you literally just said she's a serious woman who even stalks policemen.
We'll do what we can.
Not a single day from the moment I met her did she not contact me. Now, silence. Strange, eerie silence. Weeks went by and I started to panic. The emails allowed me to tune into every facet of her emotion. I knew when she was sad, when she missed me, when she was ill or drunk.
Nah, she's not saying nothing.
I found myself awake at night, worried, terrified in fact, that I was going to get up one morning to find she killed herself. An email in my inbox expressing that I was the reason why.
Type it, nigga. Donnie.
Did I miss her? Was there some part of me that missed her?
No.
Did I miss her? And the strangest part about all of this? I started to masturbate over Martha.
Donnie.
I would quickly every time. I'd be left with the same confusion that had become my trademark. Where did that come from? I wasn't even attracted to her, but the idea of it became this wild obsession for me.
You went to her house? Please say he's dreaming. He's dreaming. This isn't real. No. 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 No, it's not real.
Someone hurt you, didn't they?
Out of all the things I expected Martha to do next, fixing my broken libido wasn't one of them. And I hated how happy it made Terry too. I didn't know anything anymore. So in a tailspin as to where this all might end, I felt abused. Again. Surely with the police now involved, she'd be foolish to do anything else.
You just her.
Together a timeline.
Not yet.
Bro, really went there and smashed? Like, what are you doing, Donnie?
I haven't found the words.
Oh, no problem. Just get it to us when you can. So, we spoke to Miss Scott.
What did she say?
Well, she was surprisingly cooperative in the end.
Really?
She said she was embarrassed and then went on to accept our offer of help. In fact, she has attended 2 of our social adjustment courses since we last spoke to her. It's usually for ex-convicts who have done lengthy prison sentences, but it helps with reoffenders as well.
So did she say anything else?
Nothing that causes concern.
She didn't, pass anything on?
She took it quite well, actually.
He's hurt.
If she contacts you again, we'll move the process on to the CPS, who will decide the judicial outcome and likely result in you obtaining a full restraining order. You can breathe out now, Donnie.
So what, she just accepted it?
Yeah, strange, right? I at least thought she'd say something back, make it up, but apparently she was very cooperative.
Weird. You think you know someone?
You think you know someone, right? I'm surprised she's not there.
Makes me think she wasn't all that mad to begin with.
Now you're talking like the crazy one.
Donnie's crazy.
This is still a mentally ill woman that we're talking about here. Okay. I'm still a therapist. At the end of the day, I can't be seen indulging. Rank impressions, baby reindeer, baseless lies and slander.
Was that a Martha impression? Wow.
Be careful before she's somewhere around.
It's my mum.
Get it? I'm intrigued. You can always judge a man by how he treats his mother.
What do you want? I'm only joking, I haven't picked up. I'll get back to her later. This night is for us.
Nah, that's an important phone call.
To new beginnings?
I'm uneasy.
Donnie, will you pick up? We've been ringing around every hospital trying to figure out which one you've been taken to, and nobody knows a thing. So if you would please...
Give me that, will you? Son, pick up your bastard phone.
We're sitting here wondering where the to go. Nobody has any records of you anywhere, or a car crash, or anything we've been told. So tell us what's going on. We can't get back through to the person who called either. What's her name?
Martha.
Martha.
Of course, she's not done being crazy, and you can't blame her because Donnie's out here her, making her even crazier. Like, brother, what are you doing? Great show, another great episode. That's gonna be it for tonight. I'm wrapping it up. We're done with Baby Reindeer for a couple days. It's obviously a great show. What do we watch? We watched 3, 4, and 5 today. Great show. I don't even know what thoughts I want to add to it. It's late here. I'm starting to get tired. I really don't know what I want to add. I really don't know. I feel like I said a lot at the end of 4 and at the end of 3. This one was good for me as well too. You know, it's kind of weird to see, you know, that he's still like intrigued with Martha and wants to deal with her because he just has something. There's something about her that just excites some part of him, or something that he needs some therapy as well too, and he needs to be able to tell the truth about what's going on in these situations and stop telling half truths. That's it for now for Baby Reindeer. I liked the episode as well. I got a little bit of a headache. It's late over here. I love you all. Everybody have a good night.